Greetings everyone, welcome back to another episode of Human Resources in History. This podcast aims to offer insights from 7,000 years of human history to help modern human resource practices. I am your host Makoto, a data scientist and journalist.
Hello everyone, I'm Jin, your co-host. I am an HR professional and I love history.
Alright, so this is our 10th episode.
Yes.
Well, still long way to go, but we have reached a little milestone.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
And without 10th, we cannot reach 100 episodes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's so true. So in this commemorable 10th episode, what are we going to talk about?
Yes, so we're going to talk about our favorite topic, which is exams.
Whose favorite topic is it?
I don't hate it.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's sometimes fun.
No, come on.
Well, you
I
didn't
hate-
enjoy taking exams when you're a student?
Are you crazy?
Why not?
I hate exams, really.
Really? You can feel like superior to others.
Is that the motivation that you like
No.
exams?
No, I'm not that a bad person. No. Oh, I personally enjoyed exams because they allowed me to demonstrate my skills. And,
Okay.
And I still appreciate exams because they provide a structured framework as well that guides me in what to learn and helps me develop my skills. Right, so it's like a roadmap.
I would say not a lot of people are like you.
Well, but we can see in that way
Okay.
to make exams more enjoyable, you know?
I hate exams not only because I hate taking exams, but also, there's a lot of bad side and good side. That's my personal opinion. But it's basically a very efficient way to screen a large number of candidates for companies or for schools, right? But I also think that they should ideally invest more time on assessing individual candidates more closely. Not just by throwing them exam questions. Yeah, also I don't like exams because when the purpose becomes getting a job or getting admitted by school, then your focus shifts too much on passing the exams itself, like trying to hack the way to score high points. Yeah. So that's the reason I don't like exams.
True.
But yeah,
That's true.
we're gonna talk about the exam today.
Yeah, we're getting into it actually. And then, well, spoiler alert, but we're going to talk about the benefits of having exams. But at the same time, as you said, everything has pros and cons.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see, when we can apply exams and when not. Or maybe today's episode or next time. I don't know. Let's see. But exam is not the only one solution. But at the same time, it's one of the most effective tools as well.
Well, you're trying to convince me. So let's see if I become the exam lover at the end of this episode.
Well, this is not my goal to make you an exam lover. But at least, I will need to understand the benefit of it and also alternatives. But anyway, let's get into the main topic. So, do you know any famous exam systems in history?
Yes, I know that China has a very structured examination system to select the government officials.
Yes. Do you remember the name of it?
I know how to say in Japanese. We say it kakyo.
Yeah.
I don't know in real Chinese how to pronounce it.
Well, yes. Firstly, that's exactly the topic we're going to talk about today. Yeah. And then kakyo can be pronounced as kuju. And in Korean, it's kwago or something like that.
Similar.
Yeah, because we use the same Chinese characters, right?
Okay.
Anyway, we are going to talk about kuju or imperial exam system because this system provides valuable insights into skills-based talent management.
Wait, what is skill-based talent management?
Sure. Skills-based talent management is a strategic approach to developing and utilizing employee skills in order to achieve the organization's goals and objectives. Yeah, and then I'm going to explain how China's examination system, or Kuju, can guide us in implementing skills-based talent management.
Okay.
But as usual, before we delve into that, let me provide some historical background of the China's imperial examination system.
Sure.
So it's known as Kuju in Chinese, and it was first introduced in 605 CE. It's a long time ago, almost 1,400 years ago, during the Sui dynasty. I don't know how to pronounce Sui or Sui. It's a kind of short-lived dynasty because it lasted around 27 years. It's less than 30 years. But actually, this short-lived dynasty implemented several impactful systems that continue to influence us today, even today.
Really?
After 1,400 years later. Yeah, of course, the imperial examination system, which we are going to talk about, but also they introduced new tax and military draft systems. And they also constructed the Grand Canal, which connected the Yellow River and the Yangtze River. So basically, the Yellow River is a north river and the Yangtze River is a south in China. So basically, this Grand Canal connects these two big rivers.
Are they like a small startup company that scaled so quickly that it suddenly got bought by Google or...
In a way, it was a huge startup because the emperor spent a lot of money to expand his own dynasty. And then he went too fast, and eventually he faced many rebellions and he was killed. He tried to even go to the Korean Peninsula. And he failed in this expedition like 3 times.
Okay.
Actually, this second emperor, they have only 2 emperors, but second emperor called Emperor Yan, he has a very, very bad reputation in general. However, it's interesting that he also constructed this Grand Canal, which we use even today, right?
Wow.
So it's just, the history always has two phases.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. So the imperial examination system expanded during the reign of Empress Wu Zetian in the Tang dynasty that followed Sui dynasty. And Empress Wu Zetian played a significant role in diversifying the candidate pool for the state bureaucracy by utilizing the imperial examination system, including individuals from less privileged backgrounds. So she was actually a very important person to expand this examination system. And without her, it wouldn't have had such a big impact on Chinese history.
Interesting.
Yeah. And also Empress Wu Zetian was only the female monarch in China's dynasty.
Oh, really?
It's a very important person. And when you study Chinese history, you definitely learn a lot about her.
She's a famous figure.
Yeah, she's very, very famous. Like Emperor Yan of the Sui dynasty, she is known as a very controversial figure.
What did she do?
Well, she basically killed a lot of political rivals.
Oh.
So it's very interesting. Both rulers like Emperor Yan and Empress Wu Zetian made significant contributions to China's prosperity, while also receiving negative reputations. So this is why it is important not to jump into conclusion about individuals in history based solely on the information available.
That's so true.
Right? So anyway, we're not going to talk about Emperor Yan and Empress Wu Zetian today. So let's move on a little bit further down to the history. So during the period of political upheaval known as the 5 Dynasty and 10 Kingdoms, just after the Tang Dynasty, traditional recruitment methods before the imperial examination system gained prominence, right? Because, basically there was a political mess. And then this structured system really didn't work because Tang Dynasty managed this system, but 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period, there was a mess.
So they were fighting a lot.
Yeah, basically, yes. And however, this political turmoil eventually led to the dissolution of the elite family networks and again paving the way for the resurgence of the imperial examination system. So what I wanted to say here is that there was a mess and then imperial examination system faded away a little bit, but they came back.
So the system, like many other systems, but it experienced both success and challenges. And so, by the way, do you know how long the imperial examination system lasted? You said it started in 605
Yeah.
CE.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
And it ended very recently. Yeah.
When?
So I think it's around the time my grandfather was born, which
what?
is 1905.
Oh my god! So
Yeah.
1,300
Yeah, exactly.
years. Wow.
So it lasted remarkable 1,300 years. That surpassed the duration of any of China's dynasties.
Yeah.
No dynasty in China survived more than 1,000 years. So for comparison, the Zhou dynasty. So Zhou dynasty is a very, very early dynasty in China. It's like around 2,000, almost 3,000 years ago, right? This dynasty lasted 790 years.
That's long,
lot,
but still
right?
shorter than the history.
Yeah, exactly. So the examination system endured for almost twice as long.
Well, so the examination system was more than just a system. It really laid out a foundation of dynasties' power throughout ages. And it must have been deeply, deeply integrated into Chinese culture.
And not only in the Chinese culture, though. It's Eastern Asian cultures. Korea and Vietnam or Taiwan, Japan, we all have still the similar, the examination system.
Yeah, well, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, okay, let's not talk about your nightmare.
Let's move on.
Okay, so during the Song Dynasty, which started 960 and ended 1279, after the period of 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms, the examination system and government-sponsored education experienced significant expansion during the Song Dynasty. And this resulted in a larger number of individuals obtaining degrees compared to the previous dynasty. But again, there was another unfortunate historical event, because Kublai Khan, he was the ruler of the Yuan dynasty. Exactly. Yuan dynasty is sort of a branch of the Mongol Empire, right? So because they are Mongol, the examination system was discontinued after the defeat of the Song dynasty in 1279. Probably they didn't really appreciate it because, the Confucian learning was a very critical part of the imperial examination. And Confucius learning, which was born around little bit before Han Dynasty, meaning that Confucian learning has been very important to China's culture and Chinese society. So maybe they didn't appreciate it, and also they didn't want to promote it.
Well, they had a different system inside. So.
Yes.
Okay.
But then again, the examination system revived by Emperor Renzong of the Yuan Dynasty. So another different emperor from the Yuan Dynasty revived this system, probably because he thought this system would be very beneficial to administer the government efficiently.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is that they are still Mongol, right? So the new system favored Mongols, which is the main ethnic group of the Yuan Dynasty, and then placed Southern Chinese at a severe disadvantage. So they still use, the Yuan dynasty used the imperial examination system, but to favor their own ethnicity.
Okay, so it was not completely a fair system.
Right. And after the Yuan dynasty, they were followed by Ming dynasty, right?
Right.
Which was built by Chinese people. They are not like foreigners. During this period, the examination system has been very important. The interesting thing here in this age was that Hongwu Emperor introduced the examination with additional subjects such as law, mathematics, calligraphy, horse riding, and archery.
Because they saw the rising needs for such topics.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So of course, over time, they have not only in the Ming dynasty, but in the previous dynasties, the government changed updated the contents.
Yeah.
Of course, because 605, when this system was born was already 1,000 years before the Ming Dynasty, right? So, of course, what society requires the citizens is very different.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after the Ming Dynasty, the Qing Dynasty followed, right? Which ended in 1912, so 100 years ago. So it's the latest, the last dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the examination system played a critical role within the Qing Dynasty, but there were increasing calls for its modernization during the 19th century. In history, the governments updated the contents of the examination systems, but change required was too huge to continue this system. So eventually in 1905, the government made a decision to discontinue the system.
But then it's so cool to know that over multiple dynasties, the exam system lasted, and there was ups and downs, but they try to still reuse the old system by changing topics, adding new topics, or reinforcing the system. I think it's a really cool thing. Although, officially the government decided to discontinue in the 1912, I guess the basic idea still exists and still continues as a different form.
Yes, absolutely. And also, this system influenced the Western world a lot.
Okay.
For example, in France, we have baccalaureate.
Yeah.
And also the UK, they have their own system. Yeah, I read some articles and these Western people came to China and learned the system.
That's really cool. But I have a question, though.
Sure.
How hard was the exam?
Well, you probably would have nightmare if you are an applicant of the system. And I wouldn't have liked it either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was very, very difficult, especially to get to the highest point. So the highest degree in the imperial examination system was called Jinshi, right? But before that, there were several exams that individuals had to pass, before reaching that level. So like prefectural level and provincial level, and then finally like palace exam. So I think the very first level, the passing it isn't that hard, but still success fail ratio for each exam was very, very low. And during the most competitive periods, the ratio was as low as 1 in 100.
What the?
Yes. So imagine that you took an exam to enter a university and you see 200 people in a classroom and only 2 people would pass.
Wow.
Right?
I mean, I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, right. It's very tough system. And then actually applicants can take as many times as possible.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, many people dedicated their life to this exam.
Even when they get old?
Yeah. The oldest person who passed this exam was 72 years old.
But what can he do even if he passes after that?
Probably, as you mentioned in the beginning, probably his life goal was just to pass the test.
Maybe. I have a feeling.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about not this episode because it's gonna be too long, but we're gonna talk about in next or the one after. We're gonna talk about the negative impact consequences of this very, very tough exam.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
Right. So, but the examination system had also very, very big benefits to the society because this system provided an opportunity for individuals from, let's say, humble backgrounds to become part of the elite group by succeeding in the examination. So this system promoted meritocracy, which was not really a common thing in the past in human history.
Okay.
And then the examinations were meticulously standardized in terms of content, format, and administration that ensured fairness and transparency. Just organizing this exam is very, very strict. For example, the test supervisor, they cannot stay in one province. They have to like move to a different province so that they don't have any connections with the local applicants.
Oh, wow.
Right?
He was
They
so
really,
strict.
Yeah, strict, so that people don't cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was cheating common?
Well, there were some cases, but it would have been very, very difficult to cheat. Yeah. But yeah, and the system constantly adapted its contents, as I mentioned earlier, to address the evolving social needs of the time.
Yeah.
And it aimed to select individuals based on their knowledge, skills, and abilities rather than their social status or family background. So these are big benefits of this system.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts so far on this system?
I'm still having a goosebump, but I like the fact that the contents were standardized. I think in this way they ensured transparency. And this transparency not only provided individuals with a clear understanding of what they need to study and what they need to prepare for, but it also fostered a sense of fairness and equal opportunity. Yeah, it's like giving an opportunity for people to jump into elite class from lower social class. There was an opportunity thanks to this examination system, right? Yeah. So I think it's I would say it's a good system.
Yeah, exactly. These are the insights I wanted to draw and share from this imperial examination system. So essentially, this system focuses on skills instead of which family they are from, right?
Yeah.
And then standardize it and make it more transparent so that everyone understands how to develop their skills. And also that helps the government to recruit and develop talent that can support the government administration. So this is exactly what skills-based talent management helps companies. And we're not gonna suggest an implementation of an exam system, as rigorous as China's imperial exam in every company. Well, this is not our intention, but we can certainly learn from this structured approach to identifying and evaluating skills needed to effectively manage a nation or a company.
Because making an examination system, it's really hard. It costs a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess, it's more realistic to learn the essence of this system, which, as you said, is a skills-based talent management.
Yeah.
So, but why is it important? I want to know why.
So there are a lot of benefits, I would say, to adopt this skills-based talent management. So let me share several benefits that I can think about.
Sure.
So first, increased organizational agility. Right. This means that by allocating talent based on skills, organizations can quickly adapt to market changes, technological advancements, and evolving customer preferences. Right. Because the essential part of skills-based talent management is to identify portable skills across job roles.
Yeah.
So, in other words, employees can be easily moved from one function to another, or across projects, across teams, across divisions. Yeah, that allows for more agile responses to new challenges. Right. So, for example, like I'm an HR, and I have some data analytics skills, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm labeled as an HR person, and if people just see me as an HR person, I don't think I can go to like tech or data team, right? But then if I'm allowed to break down my skills into like HR skills or project management skills or data tech skills, right? I can say that I have data analytics skills. So if my HR focuses on my skills instead of my job title, they can think about moving me to data or tech or even marketing because they need to use data, right?
Yeah.
or
Okay.
even like, I don't know, like finance, because they also need to, crack the data and
Yeah.
project management, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I meant.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, now I think of that. Each role, it's not just what the title of the role says, but it's a
Yes.
combination of smaller skills makes one
Exactly.
person as a title holder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, as you said, it's really interesting. It definitely gives the organization more agility.
And another benefit is that we can have expanded opportunities for professional growth. So it's kind of similar to the first point, but prioritizing skills over job titles opens up a wider range of career path within an organization, right?
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, I can probably go to different functions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means, on the other hand, this approach enables organizations to tap into a broader talent pool,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And for internal and external hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, similarly, the imperial examination system provided opportunities for applicants from different backgrounds to enter the government and rise to higher positions based on their intellectual abilities and skills rather than their family status, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it opens up opportunity for everyone, and also that helps the organizations.
Oh, okay. Just one system has a lots of different aspects. One is a screening aspect. Another one is a career development aspect.
And also, the talent acquisition point of view, it will work. The organizations that prioritize skill development tend to attract and retain talent, because you can easily imagine that we are naturally attracted to companies who can help develop our skills, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's another benefit. And furthermore, skills focused approach promotes continuous learning and skill enhancement. We can help build a learning culture in a way. By emphasizing skills development, organizations can enhance their overall competency. That's another benefit.
Okay, so like for example, having like internal learning and development programs or something like that?
Yeah. It's
okay.
like, for example, like if you are a learning manager, you can start a new big project that like a skills transformation, something like that. And then you can say, now we're gonna focus on our skills instead of your job title. And then you're gonna break down individuals' job role to skills, right? And then suggest learning path for each skills. If you want to develop these skills, you can take these courses, you can do this, right? And then employees will understand why it's important to develop their own skills.
Yeah.
But if you just say, you have to be in HR for 10 years to go to HR director, and then people will just wait there for 10 years. And then if they cannot be promoted, they will just be disappointed.
Right.
So, the last one is actually my favorite benefit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Okay, now I understand why the skill-based management is really, really important. I think especially when the environment is changing rapidly, which makes the skills required changes rapidly as well. Yeah, as an example, I am a data scientist, but the roles of data scientists have been drastically changing throughout time. Well, first of all, it's a relatively new job. It existed since only 2 or 3 decades ago. But during that time, at the beginning, nobody knew about it. But what they mainly did was somewhat closer to statistical analysis. And more sophisticated analytical tools arrived, and machine learning became more handy as we started collecting a lot of data thanks to technology, thanks to internet. And then the role of data scientist shifted towards more towards preparing nice data and also modeling with machine learning techniques. Those kind of skills, I don't think it was that relevant 2 or 3 decades ago. But and then nowadays we have generative AI simplifying a lot of plannings and coding part of the role. And yeah, in the near future, who knows how it would look. And also, just one job title, data scientist, it means a lot of different things. There are business side data scientists, there are more research-oriented data scientists. They require a completely different landscape of skills. And they are also changing over time. So yeah, I think it's crucial to clearly define and understand what each skill means, what each job title means, and also having a breakdown of what skills are needed. And then the specific skill requirements may also vary across different organizations, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a breakdown is really important. Just by labeling, someone as one job title is definitely not enough.
No,
as you said, the skill sets can change over time. So it's important to break down and also constantly review.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about it next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the first time for us to talk about one topic over 2 episodes.
Well, actually, it's gonna be 3.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I wanted to talk about everything in one episode, but I realized it's impossible because we have a lot of things to talk about in this skills-based management topic.
It's a big topic and also very interesting.
Yeah. So in the next episode, we will delve deeper into how organizations can effectively implement this approach and discuss key considerations or key topics to think about to implement this skills-based talent management. So stay tuned.
Well, our goal is to discover aspects of human behavior that hold true throughout the ages, right?
Yes.
In that sense, this examination system itself lasted more than 1,000 years. So it's kind of already proven that the essence and principles that we can learn from it are really timeless thing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So it's a perfect topic for us.
I totally agree. But yeah, we're going to talk about it next week. But, there are also pros and cons. So again, exam itself is not the most important thing. Exam is one of the solutions to implement skills-based management.
Nice. Okay, let's wait for another next episode. Then see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Bye-bye.